I will say that it was the day that I really thought that I was going to die. When I look back on that day, I have very, very vivid memories of everything that happened, and I remember feeling very, I was sad because I didn't want my mom to lose her daughter. And I was sad because of that. I wasn't sad because I was dying, because I felt finally like I was going to be able to be free from what was going on. My name is Ciera. I am 26 years old and I live in Austin, Texas. I am a painter, artist, I am a choreographer, plethora of art things. So yeah, that's all I do all day. I live by myself. I am dating. And that's about it. I don't have any kids. I don't have a dog. I'm just single, living in my house by myself. I've been in several domestic abuse relationships with women. 1 minute she's completely normal, completely happy, smiling, chuckling, oh, you know, you're the love of my life. And then it's almost like a switch that would flip and she would just morph into this horrible, horrible person that I'm pretty sure wanted to kill me. So she started with like the verbal abuse first, and in turn to kind of like, I guess, defend myself, I started to kind of like shoot back at her, like, okay, if you're gonna say these things to me, well then, you know, I'm gonna have to defend myself in some way. And then that's when she started to like smack me around. If I would say something she didn't like, you know, she would smack me in my face, or she would punch me, or she'd like choke me up against a wall and don't you say that again, you know, those types of things. She was choking me, and she would do those chokes that have the two thumbs and they're pressing into your windpipe, like those type of chokes. It honestly was really bad for a really long time. So I wasn't really like, I kind of drowned a lot of it out, I would say. Like I kind of just kind of went into a different headspace when it was happening sometimes. The abuse got so bad that throughout our relationship, I ended up calling the cops about 23 times to come to my home to help me. They would come to the house and they would just say something completely dismissive like, well, maybe you guys should rethink your relationship, or, you know, well, we can tell you guys to stay the night at someone else's house for the night, but other than that, we can't really do anything. At one point, to like stop her from having blows to my face or having access to my neck, I laid across the bed. She ended up taking the bed and like throwing the bed with me on it. She threw me into a dresser. The dresser fell over. She threw me into a bookshelf. All of the shelves and the books like literally collapsed. She was punching me in my face. She was choking me again. I passed out about 3 times in that entire session. I'm like, at this point, I'm just shouting like, God, please kill me. God, please kill me. Why are you keeping me awake for this? Please kill me. And she's crying, and she's like, why are you making me do this? Why are you making me do this? She starts kissing on me and like doing weird things. And I'm like, stop, because if you touch me in that way, you're gonna be raping me. I don't want this, stop it. Like, let me go, let me leave. You know, my mom lived in the same town, so I was trying to go to my mom's house, and she's like, not letting me leave. Sorry. She's not letting me leave at this point. I will say that it was the day that I really thought that I was going to die. When I look back on that day, I have very, very vivid memories of everything that happened, and I remember feeling very, I was sad because I didn't want my mom to lose her daughter. And I was sad because of that. I wasn't sad because I was dying, because I felt finally like I was going to be able to be free from what was going on. I ended up punching her in her face. This is like the first time I've ever hit her back. I ended up going to jail that night because she was bleeding, and her injuries at the time were more severe than mine. even though I have called them 23 times prior, even though I told them it was in self-defense, like I was fearing for my life, she was killing me, she chased me around with a knife that day. All these things, they took me to jail for defending myself and defending my life. I do believe wholeheartedly that when it comes down to domestic abuse in same-sex relationships, it's not often looked at as a valid concern. In my case, was completely overlooked because of the fact that I was dating another woman, and they probably thought like, oh, she couldn't be doing all this harm, she couldn't be doing all of these things, and that very well could have cost my life.